This is our land, our way of life. Inyano no, inyako wando.
Paruima is the only Arekuna-speaking village in Guyana.
With a population of over 800 residents, this land has been occupied from time immemorial and whose lives basically depend on farming, fishing and hunting.
Sire pata isek chipuma penakwip Paruima tayama tan motong Paruru pata beyejipa.
Paruima ne don isetsa.
Because of the fertile soil, residents have been engaged in farming near the mountains. The main crops that are grown are plantains, bananas, beans, cassava, peanuts, edos, cabbage, pumpkin, and more. Every household prepares cassava bread, which serves as the daily bread for living.
The food of the Arekunas is aurosa, which is eaten with cassava bread or farine.
Kanau kerakani nama amo tano tonga kato amo titong karir kang wak tenggong kone kato atitame toko.
Most men are able to saw board materials using chainsaws. The purposes of sawing the materials are for building houses, bridges, and public buildings such as school. During village projects, residents are able to benefit through the contracts rewarded.
Self-help and Paruima is part of our life, and we've been doing this over the years whereby we come together and help one another. The role of women in this part of self-help activity in our community is very important.
Work chiatai, nyaye bumara, ora waktu nambonari ginyong kanyanke, nyaye butafigate.
One of the traditional cultural practices is fishing, using a hayari found in the forest. The poison is then extracted from the hayari by means of pounding, which is later distributed into the river, creeks, or ponds. After catching the fishes, it's time to make a meal for the family. The two main ways are boiling and roasting, which is then eaten with a tasty cassava bread and pepper sauce.
Families are able to gain income by means of selling farm produce within the village and other villages in Upper Mazaruni. Some people do craft, tailoring, and bakery, while others are fortunate to start a grocery shop.
What else can be helpful than sports? Both young and old, males and females love to play football and volleyball. These games are mostly played at the two well-maintained playgrounds in Paruima. So, if you are a sportsman or woman, please feel free to walk with your sports gear.
In terms of communication, we depend on the radio set, which sometimes is not reliable for residents. There are no telephone services or public internet.
That is one of the setback or the challenges that young people in particular face when it comes to job opportunities and other important information.
But life still goes on in the Arekuna village.
During occasions such as national holidays and Indigenous Heritage Month, the village comes alive with planned concerts involving jokes, dramas, and singing.
As indigenous people, we are able to tour the wonderful sights that God created in our village, and we often trek the mountains to enjoy the flora and fauna, as well as to view the beautiful landscape of our home.
Welcome to Paruima!
We visit waterfalls, we do all kinds of recreational activities.
What adds on more to this blessed land of ours is the mighty Uchi Falls, Panasima, and Otowanda Falls. Religion contributes positively to the lives of every individual.
So on Sabbaths, being Seventh-day Adventist, we worship on the seventh day, which is Sabbath.
That it is important to lay a very firm foundation for the children. As the scripture says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. These things that we are doing in the lives of our children, even now, will be long remembered.
Na wate ko wansang maamo sa itang kong paringa ponggong Arekuna.